each of the institutions holding data needs to ensure that they will build a register, that they will build a structured store of information that will be connectable and available for the future interoperable environment in the government. What is the effect and what is the overall benefits by implementing solutions part of our framework? Would be better planning of government operations, transparent view of data that is within the government and within the administration of the government, enable knowledge management, deliver effective portal when there is two-sided interaction between the citizen businesses and the government. There is not just one-sided transaction. And of course, have built that on an open standard so it can be interconnected in the future with other systems and other applications in the government. What are the set of solutions that we have been deploying in the past? One of the flagship products we have is the e-cabinet or e-session or the session of the Council of Ministers. There are multiple names for that in the region. E-board, some of the countries use this. And it's the paperless processing of government sessions. Then e-Parliament, which is one of our latest successes. We have been deploying e-Parliament solution at the end of last year. Government process management system. Then online services portal, civil servants online employment. Then automatic distribution of licenses. Legislative knowledge management and government human resource management system. I will focus shortly on all of them, doing short review of what those solutions do. So basically, e-cabinet is a system that enables an efficient preparation, approval, submission of every material, case, elaborate, multiple names of it, but not a document. I stress this is not a document, this is a case submitted for approval at the Council of Ministers. The process runs from the ministries, from the cabinet of each of the ministries, through the session of the government. And all the intermediate committees, working bodies, conclusions, changes, opinions on different ministries are part of this system. So it's a workflow-based system that has a specific design process flow that is monitored and that is transparent for the work of the government. At the end, the system is run at the session of the government, and the decisions made by that are disseminated both online to the public, but also disseminated to the official gazette for publishing. Currently, we are doing the integration with the Parliament, enabling the dissemination of this information directly to the system of e-Parliament. Enables electronic archiving for future use, sessions of the General Collegiums, committees, Council of Ministers, and as I said, publishing the information within the public. This is a logical view of the system. All the ministries and the users are within the cabinet of the ministers, interoperating with the central system for the e-cabinet, and then by enabling collaboration on the working meetings, General Collegiums, experts meetings, governance sessions, and compiling the case to be decided at the government session. What this enables is to give powerful tool to each of the stakeholders within the decision-making process so they can run multiple cases at a time, and still others in the process have a deep view of where the process is, at what status the process is, at what session this will be run. So the system enables to have multiple sessions at a time in preparation, so I can prepare a session of the government that will be running in April, starting today. Prepare a case, submit it for opinion, take an intergovernment opinion on from different ministries, etc. This is some of the interface view of the system. This is the agenda, the materials on the agenda, and of course associated documents within each of these cases. This is another view of this. Search through the system empowers the users of the system, even ministers, who are the end users of this system. They work with this system at the session of the government. During the session, they can search from previous sessions of the government, they can find material cases and response based on that. On the other, the second solution that we have been deploying is the e-Parliament. It starts with initiation of draft act to be proposed to be delivered by the Parliament. Then the process of preparation, approval, submission of draft acts, process of submission of amendments, then sessions of the working bodies, preparation of the agenda, conclusions, minutes, and then preparation of the agenda of each of the sessions, and of course at the plenary session also. Parliamentary questions to the government ministers, tracking those questions and answers, and build an archive of that. Automating the work of the presidency of the assembly, which is the cabinet of the president of the parliament, the secretary general, the parliamentary members, and also parliamentary groups. The key focus within the solution is the process of collaboration and work also within the parliamentary groups. Because we cannot expect that all, for example, in our parliament, 120 parliamentary members will be empowered to work with this solution. But on the other side, if we empower the parliamentary groups to work with the solution, then we also ensure that all of those members can be participating equally within the system. The system also is mobile enabled, so it will deliver through Windows mobile enabled solutions, deliver notifications on changes in the agenda, changes within materials, give up-to-date information on changing of the scheduling of the meetings of working bodies, etc. etc. The system is deployed. We are currently reviewing all the implementation through the expected design of the system, finalizing training, and expect to have a live run of the system end of March, beginning of April this year. What are the common functions? It enables remote access, so the parliamentary members can remotely connect to the system and work with the documents, cases, and interact with the system remotely. They can collaborate by use of instant messages, wikis, blogs, email integration. They receive notifications, as I said. Digital signatures are in place, so they can sign every single action through the process of work with the system. It enables single sign-on to the system, although the system is interoperable with other systems in the parliament and interoperable with other systems like official gazette, publishing the final act directly to the official gazette. Then enabling multiple versions of the cases, including multiple versions of the documents within the system. This is logical view of the system and the stakeholders involved in it. So aside of the parliament, two very important interconnections are done within the system. This is interoperability with the official gazette and also the government of the Republic of Macedonia. Our central register of legal data is within the official gazette. So the register of legal information is with the official gazette, and those two institutions, the government and the parliament, are interoperable with this central register to publish final decided legal acts as such. Within the official gazette, I will be featuring this solution later on. There is also a fully automated process for publishing the legal data, both online and in printed version. A valuable add-on was done last year to the system of the e-Cabinet. We call it the Government Process Management System. And this is the system that runs within the ministries of the government of the Republic of Macedonia. So, as I said before, the system of e-Cabinet runs from the Cabinet of Ministers up to the session of the government, including all working bodies, committees in between. The Government Process Management System works deeply within the ministries. It enables to start a generic process for preparing a case to be decided, either within the ministry or to submit it then at the end directly to the Cabinet session of the Councils of Ministers.